Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be one of two welcomes to the channel today because I needed to do this intro to explain what's going on. This video that you're about to watch I made about a week ago, but I have had more technical difficulties than I could ever care to count in trying to get this to YouTube. It appears that my phone storage, because that's how I make my videos, wouldn't allow me to even move. It was not going to let it go out. I couldn't forward it. I could do nothing. So I did go get a new phone, and it has double the storage. And I've also in the process of learning of other ways to store. So hopefully this won't happen again. But I wanted to let you know the quality of this video isn't what it was. I had to, with my phone, watch my video on the old phone. Yeah. And so it's a little jerky. It's me holding the phone as still as I can. But if it bothers you to watch it, I apologize. Maybe listen to it more like a podcast and not watch me. I'm not sure. But the information I did want to get out. So I hope you can enjoy it, and I hope to not bring you any more of these technical difficulties. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I want to start by sharing with you that this video is my opinion. It's not to be considered fact. Do your own research, check out what I've said, and see what you think. Please let me know what you do think in the comments below. I'd love to hear. So the working title of today's video is When They Go Low, She'll Go Lower. She uses that saying that Michelle Obama coined a few years back as when they go low, she'll go high. She'll go high. I'm sorry. That's funny, but it's not funny. No, she won't go high. We've yet to see it. It's been a year since that video was made, the one I'm referencing Katie's talking in. Has only gone lower and lower and lower. What we've been witnessing the past couple of weeks is bottom of the barrel. It's horrific. Katie is losing it. She's just losing it. So this video, I've got several in the works, and I can't make them fast enough. First of all, I'm pretty slow at this uploading and editing and deciding clips and removing clips, and it's a lot of time. Live streaming, I understand you don't have to do all that editing, so I understand why people like it, but I don't know how to do that and add in all the stuff that I'm referencing. So I still have a learning curve, I'll say. I guess I still have a lot to learn, actually. But I do have two that I was working on. And since I was working on this one, there's another one. So there's four now in the works. And I just don't have enough time in the day to get all this done. The more she talks, the more there is. I'm going to start where I usually start by saying the reason I'm here has nothing to do with the group. I don't know about this group. Last night, it's all about men. Men influenced all of us to come out and say this stuff. No, I'm here because I like reality television. And I know she's been lying about all these people. So I came on to make her stop lying. Please stop lying. If you're not going to stop lying, I'm going to share the truth. So that's where I'm at. This has nothing to do with being sent by anybody or doing anybody else's bidding. I'm sharing my own stuff with my own thoughts. So a few days ago, she did some videos, and I mean videos. There was 3 attempts at telling us the story of the worst day of her life. The first 2 were both on Katie Joy Live. Then she had blundered that so badly that she then went to without a crystal ball. But that's where we begin. I'm going to be going through her first two attempts, and then I'm going to take you to a year ago, and we're going to compare some notes here. So that's the plan for this video. So this starts, she's partway through attempt one, and she's mad. She is really mad because other people are getting attention, and that's not okay in Katie's world. So let's watch a little bit of this, and then I'm going to share some more. So here we go.
You guys is chatting about, like, it's really weird to me that you guys are sitting here chatting about things that are totally unrelated, and I'm telling you something really serious. And you guys are just like talking about things that are unrelated. I actually think I'm gonna go. It's weird to like be opening up and all I see is you guys sitting there talking about yourselves. So you guys are being really rude. Like, it's weird. I was like gonna turn chat off. Like, I honestly can't imagine like sitting here and having someone open up to you about the hardest day of their lives, and you're sitting there talking to strangers, and you're literally just like not even listening, and you're just talking about yourself. And now the chat is focusing on Susan and Debbie. It's
So Susan and Debbie, these are members of Katie's channel, and they are talking with the chat. We all know how chat works. Chat is talking while you're talking. It's never been any different. If you don't want it to be that way, you have the option as the creator during live stream to turn chat off before you even start the stream. That was an option. If she wanted it to be more like a lecture than a chat or a community, she had that option. She could have held that as a lecture, but she didn't. So she's gone from open chat to members only chat to I don't want anybody to talk. Just me. Just me. Everybody listen. Just me. So Susan and Debbie happen to be two moms, and Susan lost her child. Before I go further, Susan, I'm so sorry if you're hearing this at all. I suppose you're not a fan of me if you're a fan of Katie's, but anyway, I am very sorry that you lost your child. I have 3 children. I cannot imagine what you've gone through. I feel very bad, and I'm sure everyone in this community feels that way. And Debbie, I understand your daughter did survive, thank God, and thank God that Katie's little boy survived. This is the good news in the story. Susan's outcome wasn't the good news. So I also want to say I'm sorry to both you gals for being with a community, with a host of a channel that has no empathy for you. You were stealing her thunder. How dare you? How dare you? Don't you know it's all about her? Guys, I know that, and I'm not a sub or a member or anything. And I know it has to be all about her. So let's continue on, see where she takes this. Let's hear some more.
And now the chat is focusing on Susan and Debbie. So I don't even know if you guys were listening. I understand that you're talking about what happened to you, but when you're chatting and I'm talking, how do you listen to me? It seems kind of rude to me. So, I don't know if I would do something like that. It just killed my mood.
Okay, so this is the most telling part about almost anything I've ever heard Katie say. She says, this killed her mood. What mood do we think we'd have if we were telling the story of the worst day of our life? Most of us, we wouldn't have a good mood. It would be very sad. So were they killing her sad mood? No, you guys. No. It was killing her happy mood. I know what I'm saying here, and I know how awful this sounds, but I mean it. She was excited. She was happy to share that story because she thought it was going to garner her love and empathy, and everybody's going to be, oh, my poor Katie, poor Katie. That's what she thought was going to happen. And when Susan and Debbie had the gall to steal her thunder, it ruined her mood. I will never forget that she said it that way. Never. There's no reasonable way for anyone to say that. This is disgusting. This whole week has been disgusting, but I'm going to underline that one. It killed her mood because it was her story. Oh, well.
It's a hard day. It's hard to even but I can't, you're sharing with me while I'm talking. I can't read with you and you're talking and then it's taking over the entire chat. All I see is people talking about their own stuff, and I'm not trying to be selfish, but it's like, man, I just want to share something and I just want people to listen. Thank you, Molly, for becoming a member.
Okay, so I let that play without interruption to show you the long pauses. I wanted you to see at what length she was willing to go to show her audience how mad she was, to glare at them. Daggers of hate coming through that film. Daggers. She is very upset. So now I believe we will be hearing her second attempt. Todd comes in the room. Well, actually, he goes in the kitchen, which I edited out because we didn't see him, or they weren't talking. We could hear him, but he moves to the living room. So let's move on and see where we go from here.
But yeah, adrenal insufficiency is really scary. And not a lot of people have it. And not a lot of people have the kind that he has. His doctor said that 1 in 500,000 babies is born like this. 2 in a million 2 in a million. He was 3 months old. Most people that have this have it from like autoimmune diseases. Children don't, it's really rare to be born without a pituitary gland. And so he doesn't make any hormones. He's on a lot of medications. And that's just like one of the things that we deal with on top of all the others. But to this day, the scariest illness that we deal with is adrenal insufficiency. It was like this June. Can you please turn it down? Why are you gonna...
So what'd you think? Holy cow, right? What do you think when the camera got off happened to Todd? Wouldn't want to be him. Wait a minute, Todd. Don't you know Susan and Debbie had already stole her thunder? How dare you, Todd? How dare you? You're going to turn the TV and watch and not glue to her? Correct me if I'm wrong, Todd, but he is your little boy. This was your story, too. No, Todd, it's her story. It's only her story. Oh, good grief, you guys. I don't even know. I don't even know. But Todd gets what he gets because he lives with it, I guess. Poor Todd. Okay, so now we're going to see, I believe, attempt number 3.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to jump on here because I was having a rough day and I was like really late to get information and content out for you today. And I was like having a tough time just like putting it all together and keeping my head straight and like feeling, I don't even know, like motivated. I was trying to get my makeup done and I was trying to like get everything ready today, and it took me like 3 hours just to put my makeup on, and I was like, why is it taking me so long just to like do something so basic? Why can't I focus? Why can't I think? Why am I so out of it? Why do I feel so foggy? Why do I feel so like down? I was like, okay, is it the government stuff? Like, that just doesn't even seem real. Like, why would I be this down over something like that? That doesn't even make sense. Like, yes, it's like what's happening right now is, it's hard to fathom, but at the same time, it's like, it can't get me this down. Like, it's not feasible.
So this was, remember, on Without a Crystal Ball channel, and her third attempt at telling this story. And you notice she's been upset. You can see that in her face. I'm sure there was some scolding going on for Todd before she came back on this channel. But she literally has been yelling about the government and lecturing and having big fits about that. We all know that Lorianne switched teams this week, and so that was happening that day. Her Nothing's been going very good for her in her trial, and then she's upset. Which, just real quick, she's upset and very mad about everything in the government, but she wanted Biden, and he's going to be president now. I kept watching thinking, you'd think she'd be all happy. Her guy won. But she's not. She's got to piss and moan about that too. It's just, I think she has to have something to complain about to be happy. So let's put those two together. Trump's out, Biden's in. No, that doesn't. She's not happy. Her little boy survived, so it's happy survival day, but she's not happy. She has to have something to be upset about. It's like it's a given. It's an absolute given. That's who and what she's all about, for sure. So she doesn't know why she's this upset.
So I was like, okay, take the time, the clock just keeps going and going and going. And I'm like, it's like 2 o'clock and I'm still don't have my makeup on. And I've literally been doing my eyebrows or my eyeshadow for 2 hours. And I'm just like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I can't process anything and I can't think and can't find anything and I can't focus. And I'm like, why do I? And then I'm like, I'm trying to watch what's happening on the news. And then, I'm obviously tweeting in the middle of all of that, trying to like distract myself. And I'm like, is it like.
So Katie bringing up that she was watching the news and she'd been tweeting is the cover story. It's part of the cover story. She has to let everyone know that she was tweeting because she was trying to probably distract herself, because the evidence will be there that she was tweeting. So she has to have an excuse why she was doing that, because it couldn't be, wouldn't fit her narrative if she doesn't have the correct response that she has been tweeting, because she was trying to keep her mind off everything, is what she's trying to tell us. Oh, good grief. Okay, let's see some more.
Am I not focusing on anything because of everything that's going on in the world, or is it something else that's going on? And then all of a sudden, I get this message in my inbox, and it's from this person that I've known for a very long time. And it was a message that had come on her like memories from 8 years ago. And it was like about my son. And it was about the day that he almost passed. And she's like, this was in my memories today. And it was a prayer for my child.
I can see that could happen, where out of the blue somebody mentions something and it reminds you. But to make this big, huge, swirling narrative about it's wrecked her days and weeks, and it's just something she suffered from this whole time, and if we're not noticing, we should be noticing, because it's affected her mood and her way of being, and it's just this whole big, loud. Oh, I understand those of us that watch it and cringe. What I don't understand is those that watch it and believe it. That's the part that I don't get. This was sad fishing and self fishing at its finest. Oh, yeah. Yes. The narcissistic Katie Joy at her best, you guys, at her very best.
And I came downstairs and I told my son happy survival day, because that's what we call it. It's like his second birthday, because he was born and then he almost passed and now he's survived. I don't know what I need. I just needed to like share that with you. I know some people on here will be like, don't care and won't matter to them because it's not tea and it's not interesting. And I was on my other channel, but got kind of derailed. And I was like, I'm just going to go onto the main channel. I'm going to share it there. Sometimes people care about me there. Sometimes they don't. I don't know.
I see an actress. That's what I see. She's playing a part. Let's remember, just a few minutes before, she's glaring, she's mad, these people are stealing her thunder, and now she's got tears, and it's, oh, it's, it's too much, guys. She's an actress. And then she adds in and tells us, now if we hadn't seen it, if she was been able to get rid of all evidence, we wouldn't have known how her other channel trying to share it got derailed. Her words, it got derailed. Yeah, because you had to have a hissy fit because some other people were getting some of this much needed pity party you were having. And he survived. It's just, yeah.
I felt like even finding content today was hard. Like, I mean, I had what I needed to put out, but it was just like, I felt like I was going through the motions. Like, it was hard to like even, it's been like that for a week. It's just like every time I try to make a video, I'm finding it hard to laugh. I'm finding it hard to just be silly. And I think there's just this heaviness with what's happening in the world right now. And then there's this like heaviness of every year feeling like this because of what we went through.
So she shares that there was, there's stuff going on in the world and there's stuff going on in her own life. But this is the ultimate reason. It couldn't be any of the rest of the stuff that we've been watching her go through, right? That couldn't be it. So watch this next part.
I was thinking like maybe if I actually just like shared that with someone else that's going through it might see it and just not feel alone. Because it's hard when you don't have a lot of people in your life that have gone through what you have.
So she thinks if she shares it, maybe this could be helpful to others. If maybe they wouldn't feel so alone. But we all saw the first two attempts over on Katie Joy Live. She didn't care if it was helping anybody. In fact, it maybe even was helping some people. They were sharing their stories. It's cathartic to talk and share, but not for her. So she doesn't know that we will have saw that. No, you didn't see that. It's smoke and mirrors. Hear it without a crystal ball. So since you didn't see that, I can tell you that I was thinking it might be helpful to share this. I, you know what I already going to say. I can't stomach it. I can't. I don't know how any of us do. It's too much. Okay, so she continues.
Anyways, if you've gone through that and if you feel like that and you have those flashbacks and if you've been in that position, like, I don't know, just like take some time for yourself and breathe.
So now it is take care of yourself. If this is something you've gone through, and breathe. Where's that advice to herself? Has she tried telling herself, hey, self, take care of yourself, breathe? No, she's going to make this great big thing for her, but other people should do some self soothing and breathe. Other people, not her.
I came downstairs when I realized it was him. It was his day, and I gave him a high five, and I said, "Happy Survival Day." We tell him, like in very basic terms, like what happened, and he's never impressed. I watched that stuff on the TV, and I was finding myself aggravated in general. The state of the world is just a mess right now, so that doesn't help at all. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to tell you that, and I'm not going to keep you anymore. That's why I was late with everything. That's why I was in a funk all day. That's why I've been in a funk probably the last few days leading up to this. It's like that darkness just sort of takes hold. And if I'm still in a funk for a few days, this will probably be why. Today was one of those days where I had a lot of things that I wanted to tweet that I just kept like typing it out and then not sending.
So this is the end of her last and third try to tell us about her worst day ever. And she informs us it was like on a need to know basis. You needed to know this because it explains why she's been in a funk, and it'll explain that she's already been in a funk or if she's going to be in a funk in the future. You needed to know this. No, she needed to tell you this. She needed to share this information with the audience so she could get her so sorry, so sad. We care about you, Katie. I've never known, that person that's always begging for the compliment? Well, this is a person that's begging for the pity. It's hard to watch somebody be like that. You don't really like being friends with them. If they pull that too often in real life, you do pull away. So her pulling this so often on her channel, I'm surprised. I mean, she's still using it. She uses it any time that it's not going exactly her way. She will pull one of these stories out. And let's remember, she's not supposed to be talking about her son so much. She didn't want to leave a big footprint for him. She's talking about him all the time. All the time. That's her prerogative. She absolutely can, but she'll use it both ways. We don't talk about him when she doesn't want to talk. I'll tell you his whole life story when I want to get sympathy. That's what we're watching. So it was on a need to know basis, and she knew you needed to know. Don't forget that. So now I'm changing it up because I was really curious to see how last year Survival Day went. So I went back, and the footage that I have of that day that is obviously still up, some of it you can't make this stuff up that she said it. And it's the anniversary only 7 years instead of 8 years this year. You can't make it up, you guys. But so now it's going to be a year ago, January 12th, 2020. And it is a makeup video, her first of 3 videos that day. So let's go. Let's go see what this one has to say. See how much it matches the super sad happy Survival Day.
Good morning. How is everyone? Welcome to my channel. I have not done a casual get ready with me or just hang out in quite some time. So I wanted to talk and hang out and be friends and see how you guys are doing. So it's probably going to be a quieter stream. I'm literally just getting my makeup on for the day. I just got out of the shower and I'm undecided about what I'm going to do for the day. I've got some stuff I need to get done. My son has a bunch of toys that I need to clean out of the basement, and I was down in the basement earlier this morning and I realized there is like a tornado of toys down there and I need to clean it out and take care of that. So I hope you guys are all having a good morning.
So she starts out normal, right? It's Katie. It's doing her makeup. It's almost noon. And she does not know for sure what she's going to do with her day. But we do hear that she's noticed that the toys were just like a tornado had gone through. So she's going to have to clean out some toys, which to me would remind you, wait, my little boy, toys. It's survival day. Remember, it's like his second birthday. Do you guys remember when it was her son's birthday? Would you remember? You're going to see I'm going to harp this to death because this is the point. It is the point. So, anyway, yeah, the toys don't make her realize it's the happy survival day.
The Vikings lost yesterday, so there's that. Yeah, I feel like we need to do these types of streams so that you guys can spend some more time together. I know that you guys really like the community here, so if I can just sit here and just chat.
Isn't it funny that she brings up chat and that she understands that the chat is going to go on and they like it to sit there and visit with her? Or she can even just be quiet and they'll visit. I told you, we can't make this stuff up. Nope. Oh.
So last night, I was actually over on Unirock's channel. I don't know, he's got some backup channel. I don't know why he has a backup channel. I don't know why all these YouTubers have backup channels. Because if your channel gets taken down for a strike and you can't live stream, you're not supposed to stream other places. But I'm not implying that that's what he's doing.
So a year ago, she did not know what a backup channel was all about, and now she has one. I thought that was kind of funny.
But anyways, it was interesting because my friend Kyle from the Non Sequitur show literally showed up. And I was like, whoa. And then no one believed it was him. So then I had to text him to make sure. Then I was like, well, I'll text him to see if it's him. And then before I could even text him, he was just like, it's me, Katie. It's really me. Oh, the trip down memory lane.
And instead of it being that Happy Survival Day is a trip down memory lane, she is going down memorally lane. She makes this stuff up, right? Memorally lane about Kyle. That's what was on her mind that day. Not a thing about Happy Survival Day.
It's really odd. There's nobody here right now. Are notifications just not working on YouTube right now? Maybe if I get the Get Ready With Me. What if I make a title, We Need to Talk? So anyway, Kyle shows up on Unirock's channel.
So how do you like how she's sharing with us, very cute and coy, that she's gonna change the title to something more clickbait? Yeah, she literally, the new name of the title ever since I've been looking at it is We Need to Talk, not Get Ready With Me, which was the title at first, but she wasn't getting viewers, and it must be that they're not sending out notifications, or maybe it is that she doesn't have the right clickbait title, so she'll fix that. I found that to be hysterically funny, especially knowing how much clickbait titles we've been watching for the past couple of months.
He is, and I realize I have definitely said some things about Kyle publicly out of frustration that, I maybe shouldn't have. But I talked to Kyle yesterday, and I told him I apologized if I made him let him down, and I told him I really missed him, and he said, "You haven't let me down." He said, "Katie, I'm so proud of you."
But here's the narcissistic behavior again. He says he's proud of her after she's been dissing on him, and yet he's forgiven her and he's proud of her. This touches her heart. I find it to be polar reaction to that touches her heart, but her son surviving a very, very bad day has her up in a titty the next year. That's very terrible to remember, and terrible, terrible. I've had bad days. We all have. I've remembered things and it put me in a different mood. I get that. It's to how big she played this up. That's why this is so disconcerting. And then that Kyle, the Kyle touches her heart. That's how low her self-esteem is, you guys. Hearing him say he's proud of her is what mattered to her. That's pretty low self-esteem right there. It's sad.
It just felt good to hear a friend that you have been frustrated with say, like, "I'm not upset, I'm not upset with you. You didn't let me down. Like, you're okay. We're okay." Like, I could get emotional. I could get emotional thinking about that because he helped me so much get my start, and he taught me so much about YouTube. So, like, a lot of really bad things have been said about him. Even I have fallen victim to being frustrated with him, and it reminds me that a lot of times when these sort of community stories blow up, you can become so invested in the narratives that are spun, and you forget about the people that are behind it.
That she would get emotional and she started to get verklempt over this. It again speaks very loudly to what we're talking about all of this. So let's watch some more.
I made the decision when I started this channel that I wanted to be transparent. I didn't want to have an agenda. I just wanted to bring good stories and have good content and create a community that was open and valuable, and people who had different opinions could express their opinions and share their opinions. Because one thing that Kyle taught me more than anything is that censoring opinions ultimately will make people feel like they can't speak. And so when I started this community, what I wanted was a place where people could feel like they could interact with each other, support one another, but also have disagreements and be able to, with kindness and compassion and courtesy, say, "I don't agree with you and here's why." Or, have disagreements with people, which maybe will help other people see somebody else's point of view. I never wanted to create a channel where only everything would evolve into an echo chamber.
Yeah, how about that, you guys? She didn't want an echo chamber. What does she have? That's all she has left, is an echo chamber. That's why the rants, that's why the yelling, the finger wagging, the point blank period. If I have to hear that one more time, literally, oh my word. But that's why she's scolding us. She's yelling at us. She's really, you're not listening, and you need to listen better. And if you can't say right back to me and agree with me 100%, 100%. Notice she said she was okay with even not agreeing as long as you did it politely and with kindness.
And, I had some mix ups with some of my moderators at one point, basically censoring the chats and filtering out comments and, deleting anything that when people said things that were negative about me. And then people were going to Twitter saying, well, you don't like negative comments about you. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, everyone's literally entitled to feel what they are. It's more like I want people to come on here, and if they have an opinion that's different than mine, come to me from the place of, I don't agree with you, and here's why, instead of like, you're a nasty bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always open to hearing people out, even if I don't agree with them. I just got like, oh my God. I've been playing with this in my hands, and I just got the eyeliner all over my hands. Hold on.
Remember, she doesn't care. I don't care. I've never heard anybody say those words more and mean them less. For a solid year, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you hear her say I don't care, put a star, gold star next to it. She really cares a lot about that. And the other thing is she's open. She's always been open to hearing people out. I have watched this, and I should do a video just on this alone. Anytime anyone gives her the slightest bit of criticism, she will argue it back. Well, not me. Wait, you didn't hear that about, that's not my part. No, I don't do it that way. She argues it every time. I've never seen her take criticism about anything. I've never heard her admit she's ever done anything wrong. I've heard her admit many times that she is more than happy to admit she's wrong, but I've never seen her do it. Not once. Not one time.
I do try to chat after the fact. But yeah, we do try to keep things on topic, because what can happen is one person can get into the chat and they can talk about something completely unrelated, and then it all automatically like spirals the entire chat away from what I'm talking, and then people aren't actually watching me, they're just fighting in chat. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. I'm having some...
Isn't this ironic that was said the year before she goes on her pity party pouting trip about Susan and Debbie getting in her way of her telling her story, and she uses almost verbatim in the description what we just heard. The only difference was in this version she added the word then they would fight in chat. Well, there was no fighting going on with anybody except Katie with her chat. Way different. But you can imagine, I didn't know what I was going to hear when I decided to listen to that video, and to have her bring up the exact scenario that she pitched a fit about, but added the word fight. The moderators have to control this, because you can imagine people would come in and spin the narrative, and it wouldn't be on topic anymore. And then instead of watching me, she did say that, watching me, they would end up spiraling off into a fight in the chat. Yeah, there was no fight, and she still still had a problem because she was not really telling the truth there. Surprise, surprise. Katie not telling the truth.
Yes, exactly, Jay. I don't want you guys to ever be sheep. I want you to have different points of view. And I don't want you to blindly follow things that I say and be like, that's the truth because Katie said so.
No sheep here. She doesn't want any sheep. Nope. No sheep.
And then during that time, I always think about, and I'm not a super political person, but
That's not true. She is a very political person. To say she's not a very political person is the exact opposite, which seems to be how Katie frames everything. If she says it one way, it's the other. So she is a very political person.
in the last presidential election, whether or not you like Hillary Clinton or not, doesn't matter to me. But she made this statement about, because she was getting a lot of criticism and probably a little bit unfairly because of her being a woman.
So Hillary, she mentions, had to take a lot of crap because of men. That's the same song she's singing this week, only this time it's her and Trisha. Same song. Never quits.
And she just said, when they go low, I go high, we go high. And that has always kind of sat in the back of my mind, like throughout all of it. When they go low, I'll go high. When they go low, I'll go high. And that's kind of what I expect of my moderators and everyone. Like, I don't want people hurting other people's feelings or calling people names. When they go low, we go high.
There you have it. When they go low, she'll go high. I know it's a year ago. I know. But we've never seen her do it. Not one time. There was a moment, and I mean a moment, like an hour, that week when the Creep Show and Augie and Unirock and 4 nights in a row after midnight, and that week, Unirock and Charlie Gold, I think, had gotten just a itty bit in there, and for literally maybe an hour, she was attempting at being a better person. But that made her angry. I have every right to be as mean and nasty as I want to be, because if they're mean and nasty to me, who's giving me this crappy advice to be a nicer person? This is terrible advice, and I'm not going to take it. We've seen how well that worked out. Yeah, so I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. So maybe for an hour she attempted to not go low, but ever since, and even before that, it's been, if they go low, I go lower. She is the mean girl. In the dictionary, it'd be her picture. They don't really come much meaner. She's right up there. So she goes, when she goes low, when they go low, she'll go lower. That's I'm sticking to that. That's my, I'm coining that phrase for her. Just this is for her.
And then another thing I like is Michelle Obama talks about. Oh, was that was Michelle? Okay, that was Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. Okay, sorry, it was Michelle Obama. Because she obviously has gotten a lot. I'm sorry. Michelle Obama also talked about how, so it wasn't Hillary. I thought it was Hillary. Whatever. And then Michelle Obama also talked about how you know, what she does with criticism. And she said brick by brick. So all the bricks that are thrown at me, I'm just going to build a house. And I'm going to build a fortress around me so that you can't hurt me. So this is not meant to be political. It's more just like the advice. I don't care about these people's politics. It's more the advice that we're given. And I thought the advice was helpful, like brick by brick. Every single person that says something, I'm just going to keep building my fortress, and then you're not going to. Yeah, we don't talk about politics here, but I was talking about how just I felt like the advice. I don't care what you think about Michelle Obama. I think the advice itself is when they go low, we go high, and when I take the bricks that you throw at me and I build a house. I like that because I don't want to throw bricks back.
And then on, let's see. So the brick by brick could have been good advice. That could have been great advice if she would have ever done it. And you don't throw the bricks back. It really doesn't matter what you would have done with the bricks. I guess building a house or a fortress is all good ideas, but that's not what you've done. You've thrown the bricks back at people, and you've added some more mortar, and you made them bigger, and yeah, that's what's going on here. And it's not working very well at all for you. So the two things that you seemed to say a year ago that were important, like you might want to implement them into your world, you've spent this last year not actually doing the opposite, and that's pretty sad.
Bother me.
So then we just now heard her little boy scream, and it was, for my ears, it would be the kind of scream I'd go running for. Where's this child? I would be wanting to find out what happened. Todd was apparently handling that time of the day while she was busy working on a Sunday. But she didn't go running. That didn't faze her. So I think that would be then probably she hears those kind of screams frequently. That's why it didn't faze her.
Oh my God, Girl Frogs was having, I think Kyle has a crush on Girl Frogs after last night. Vaughn is not happy right now. What's wrong, honey bun?
Mommy.
Yeah.
My bed says it's not working, and I tried to get into it, and it couldn't work.
What is it doing?
It's not letting me. It's not letting my code I got.
It's not letting you put your code in?
Yeah.
Can you give it to me?
Yeah. Just.
Did you put the code in wrong maybe a few times?
Yeah. I did it, and then like 5 times.
Oh, and did it lock you out maybe?
Like, see?
There you go.
It just. That was not cool.
I know, I'm sorry that happened to you, honey bun.
You walked me out, so it didn't let me watch anything.
I know.
That's not cool.
But let's remember what this day is. This is Happy Survival Day. That scream didn't remind her. Oh yeah, this would have been the perfect time. He's in the room, he's with her. Even if she didn't want to draw his attention to the camera, if he's uncomfortable, totally get that. But when he left the room, she could have said, by the way, everybody, today is Happy Survival Day. Because apparently she'd already told him, high-fived him earlier in the day, right? She does it every year. It's what they call it. Yeah, I don't think, I'm being very facetious because I don't believe for a minute it's been called that. I don't think it's a regular thing. I think this year she saw she could get some mileage out of it, so she used it. Yeah, that's what I think happened. She does that a lot, you guys, a lot. But that's my take on everything. Remember, these are only my opinions. Look at it for yourself. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, please. If you have any other insight, I'd love to hear. Please put that in the comments as well. And yeah, it was quite a glaring difference, wasn't it, from one year to the next? Quite a glaring difference. And wasn't ironic the things that were talked about? By the way, I just remembered I wanted to say this. Not only did she do that video, she did 2 other videos. One was an interview with a person, a nanny for Amber Portwood, and another one was a story about Amber Portwood. Those videos went after her Get Ready video that day. And then I double checked. I thought, okay, she supposedly is funky and down in the dumps year after year at this time period. So I went to see if there were any other examples of that. I went a few days before the 12th and a few days after. Nothing. Not there, not anywhere. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. This year was the odd year. This was the year she got that sent by a friend, and it's now, I can milk this for all it's worth. And it didn't go good for her at all.
So, yeah, I guess that's everything. I finished my makeup. I'm all set for the day. And I am going to say, like, moving forward, let's just continue to be positive and try not to focus on the negative and not give if something is bothering you, like if someone is saying something or doing something that's bothering you and they're saying something about me that makes you sad, rather than telling me about it, just turn them off. You know what I mean? Like if it's hurting your feelings, or if you feel like I need to know, just, you don't have to tell me, like I know you care about me, but just don't tune into those types of channels if it makes you feel a certain way. That's what I do. If a channel makes me feel a certain way, I just don't watch.
So I'll be back, I hope yet tonight, with one more video. I was hoping to be a lot further along today. I've been working on this all day. I would like to be able to come live soon, talk with all of you, but I'm probably going to try to finish this video that I have in the hopper, as I call it. And we will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now.